Very grateful of the opportunity to meet you and hear a little bit about your project. Could you tell us more about Greening the Bronx?
Sure. I started doing some work doing what we like to call greening the ghetto, because we realized that the idea is that so much of the fossil fuel infrastructure was actually placed in poor communities, the ghettos of our world. And if by chance we had built all of that polluting infrastructure, the waste facilities, the power plants, all of those things in rich communities as quickly as it would in poor ones, we would have had a clean and green economy a long time ago. But we didn't. So what we have to do now is actually green our ghettos and really help create the tools and the resources there for the people that are living in those areas to actually be a part of the transformation of their communities, to show an example of what can happen, even in some of the most environmentally distressed communities, that you can have both environmental and economic solutions that lift the people up, lift the economy up, and show that it can be done.
Absolutely. So there's going to be a fusion, I hear, of disciplines, thinking outside the box.
Absolutely.
And collaboration
Yes.
between. And do you feel that for me that feels central to any solution that especially a city can come by, is understanding the complexity of relationships and being able to work within ecological, economic, or sociological crises.
Exactly. None of us are doing this by ourselves. There's always many different players involved. There's the business community, there's the actual municipal government, there's the grassroots community groups, there's all sorts of folks. And what the work that we've been doing, which is really about doing sustainable development in poor communities, is all about how do you create opportunities so that all of those different stakeholders see how it benefits them. So for us, it's just like when you start training people, that are prone to actually going to jail for like stupid petty crimes, but if you train them to do the kind of jobs that actually provide environmental services for the city, then guess what? Those folks are no longer real threats, to end up in the criminal justice system, which means that we're saving money that way. They're also building much more stable communities as well, because their families are being supported, and they're doing the jobs that actually provide environmental services. So whether it's some type of ecological restoration or solar panel installation, any of those things that actually have both an environmental and an economic benefit, you're building the capacity of people to do great things for themselves.